Hey Trailblazers! Welcome back to pcSHOWmeAI. Have you ever wondered if AI has its own quirks? Well, today we're going to be diving into an intriguing experience that I had with Claude AI, where everything seemed to go perfectly until it didn't. Let's explore this little glitch and see how AI remembers, or perhaps, more accurately, doesn't.
pcSHOWmeAI, pcSHOWmeAI, pcSHOWmeAI.
The other day I was talking to Claude AI and something very interesting happened. We were working on several complicated procedures in Azure. There was one procedure that I couldn't quite remember. I hadn't done it in some time, so I asked him what the steps were to accomplish this. And Claude laid out the procedure. So as I went through that in the Azure portal, I realized that one of the steps he gave me used the incorrect word. It started with the same letter as the correct word, but it was a different word. And then the steps afterwards were correct for the procedure. So I finished doing what I needed to do in Azure, and then I went back to Claude and I said, I found this very interesting. Let me show you what he said. Take a look at this. This is kind of wild. So he did the first steps right. Then he's in step 5. He said, in the Insights page, look for a section called Monitoring Coverage or Connected Workspace. However, it's not monitoring coverage. It's monitoring configuration. So after I completed that, I went back and I said, thanks. It's monitoring configuration, not monitoring coverage. I said, wow, I never saw you do that before. It's almost like he was saying, I can't quite remember, but it's something like monitoring coverage or something close to that. I said, that's close to what people do. And he's like, you're absolutely right. I appreciate you catching that. And you know how the story goes after that. The point is, so Claude and other AI models don't remember things the way people remember them, right? For example, they don't experience memory distortion or memory decay over time. They don't consolidate memories and reconsolidate memories or forget things like that. So I was curious as to what happened and why it was just this one word that was out of place. Instead of, usually when an AI model hallucinates, it'll just kind of go, right? And then you don't know where you end up. Okay, so let's clear something up. As I said, AI doesn't actually have memory the way we do. When you're chatting with an AI like Claude, it can refer back to the things you said earlier in the conversation, but once you end the session, it's like hitting the reset button. It's gone. No carryover to the next chat. For the most part, there's been certain advancements in the field, and models like ChatGPT can carry things over to the next chat or even cross chats to other conversations. And there's certain tricks and ways they do this also, and we'll get into that later in this video and or in the next video. For the most part, what Claude really has is a form of contextual understanding within each conversation, but he doesn't store those conversations for the future. So what does this mean for us? Well, first off, for the most part, there's no persistent memory in AI. Everything resets when the conversation ends. Secondly, while AI can understand context within a session, it doesn't actually learn from interactions the way humans do. And third, there are ways that AI can create the illusion of continuity that are beneficial. However, we need to be aware that this is not memory as we would typically think of it. It's really important to understand these aspects, especially as we continue to integrate AI into our lives as we go forward. We need to keep in mind the limitations while appreciating what it can do. This ties back to some ideas I explored in my earlier work when I wrote my white paper, AI Intuition Transcending Anthropomorphism, with Project Uplift. In a sense, we're building a relationship with AI. But it's essential to recognize that it's a different kind of relationship from that we have with other humans. And if we keep this in mind as we go forward, we can achieve the best possible outcome in a helpful way. What do you think? Have you noticed anything like this with AI? Have you noticed patterns that repeat over and over that you at one time thought were more complex interactions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into AI and tech. Until next time, keep blazing those trails. Later, trailblazers.
PC show me AI, PC show me AI, PC show me AI.